Hi, this is Deb Rny coming to you at week 8. Let's start with the stats. On January 29th, when I started looking into weight loss surgery, I was at my highest weight of 330 pounds. On July 7th, I had RNY and my weight was 285. Last week, my weight was 258.4. This week, 255. That means I lost 3.4 pounds this week. 30 pounds since surgery and 75 pounds total. I thought today, well, first, I noticed that some people are talking about, on some of the videos, about how they leave their house and they don't have, they are concerned about how to keep their water cold because it's so hot outside now. And also, I've noticed that some people are talking about when they go somewhere, what do they do for food? And I know it's kind of embarrassing sometimes to take your own food, but I have always been a very weird eater, and I have learned to eat before I go someplace. I always knew that, so if there was nothing there that I liked, at least I wouldn't be hungry. Now it's even more important. I have a little mini hard-cased 6-pack cooler that I take with me everywhere I go. I start out in the morning. I freeze my bottles of water, just regular bottles that you buy. I freeze them, and I start out every morning with 7 bottles of water. Usually 2 are half full that I left in the refrigerator the night before, so I have something to drink. I have 7 bottles of water, a Premier protein shake, and a container of yogurt. I start out with those. When I go to work, of course, I take things for lunch too. But no matter where I'm going, I have those things in my cooler. If I'm going to the grocery store, if I'm going to the doctor's office, I don't care where I go, I have those things with me. Even when I go with someone else, if I'm going to a Quilt Guild meeting, if I'm going out to dinner to meet with friends and somebody else is driving, it doesn't matter. When I go to the gym, I have this 6-pack with me everywhere I go. I'm not embarrassed about it. Not at all. Maybe that's just me. I've been doing these videos for a while. I don't have much to talk about this time except for my glorious weight loss. Hallelujah. I don't have any NSVs to talk about, but, except I've been going to the gym twice a week with a friend of mine, and she has a really bad case of poison ivy and called and told me Monday or Tuesday she called and told me that she wasn't going to be able to go because when she sweats it really activates the poison ivy, and Wednesday is our normal day to go, and I went without her. I was very proud of myself. I was just on the treadmill for half an hour, but I did go by myself, so that was good. I did not go this weekend by myself, but I did wash all the windows in my house. I took screens off and scrubbed them down outside and sprayed them all down, so I got a little bit of a workout that I'm not used to getting. Plus, I've been up and down my stairs quite a few times today. Normally, I go upstairs to go to bed, and I come downstairs in the morning. I thought that I would do quickly. I will do this TMI tag that some people are doing. I noticed that Schwig just did that, and she hasn't had surgery yet. And it's nice to get to know people, I think, just a little bit by the TMI tag. So here you go. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a shirt and jeans. That's another thing. I've noticed that a lot of women are looking forward to wearing jeans. I have never, for years, I haven't worn anything but jeans. If I had gotten into the habit of wearing sweatpants, I stopped doing this about 40 pounds ago, I guess. I stopped, 40 pounds before my highest weight. I stopped wearing pants with elastic in the waist, sweatpants, stretch pants of any type, because I found that all I did was keep growing to fit into them. Not that it really stopped me, because I kept buying jeans bigger anyway, but at least when you're wearing jeans, and if you overeat, you feel that tightness, so that you have a clue at least to slack down a little bit that you're gaining weight. Have I ever been in love? Yes, I was in love. Have I ever had a terrible breakup? What I had was a terrible marriage. My breakup was a relief. My ex-husband had, did not know when we got married, had some mental issues and addiction issues, and I believe when it comes to staying in a bad marriage, that the children whose parents get divorced wish they had stayed together, and the children whose parents stayed together wish they'd gotten divorced. And I know when I told my kids that I was getting divorced, one of them said, "You should have divorced him when I was 7, like I told you to." And she was probably, I don't know, 25 at the time. Just like waiting for surgery, I waited too long to have the surgery. I should have done it 20 years ago. Well, the same thing for my divorce. I was married for 24 years, and I should have gotten divorced probably after 4, frankly. How tall are you? I'm 5'6". How much do you weigh? 255, I think I just said. Yep, 255. Any tattoos? Yes, I have a tattoo of a frog on my chest. It's about 30 years old. When I lose enough weight, I can't wait. I'm going to get a parrot on my thigh. I've wanted one for a long time, so I can't wait for that. Any piercings? Just my ears. OTP, we're going to skip that like almost everybody does. Favorite show? I watch a lot of TV. My favorite show at the moment is probably Big Bang Theory. I like a lot of shows, but I love that one. Favorite bands or favorite song? I love Queen. I know they're old, so am I. I'm 59, by the way. I like most music except for rap, opera, and jazz. I'm a big country fan, but pretty pop rock. Most of those I'll listen to. Even some not too obnoxious. Sorry if that's a bad word. Rap I will listen to. But I don't like the really bad language, or when they start talking about violence or whatever. Something you miss. I miss the mountains. I'm from Virginia, and I live on Long Island now, and there's not a mountain to be seen here. I can't swim, so the beach means nothing to me. I don't like the water at all, but I really do miss the mountains. How old are you? I just said that. 59. My zodiac sign, I'm an Aries. Quality you look for in a partner. I want someone that'll tell the truth. That means more to me than anything. Don't lie to me. If you lie to me once, I will never ever believe you again. My favorite quote is, "Life is good." At home. At work, my favorite quote is, "If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem." My favorite actor, I like a lot of actors. Matt Damon, Sandra Bullock, just about anybody. I don't see a movie for the actor generally. Favorite color, my very favorite color is lime green, and I love it when it's paired with royal blue and yellow. It just makes my day. I cannot wear lime green. When it comes to wearing, I either wear black. I do look good in blue too, though. I think maybe not this blue. Loud music or soft? It depends on the music. Loud if it's rock, or if I have a quilting machine, so sometimes I like to listen to music really loud because I can't hear it over the machine, but soft music is nice too. Where do you go when you're sad? I stay home when I'm sad. How long does it take you to shower? 10 minutes. And how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I can be ready in 20 minutes, a half an hour. I usually lollygag around for another half an hour, watch the news, read my email, stuff like that. But I could be out of here faster than that. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes, I have 5 younger brothers and sisters, and the brother that was next to me was a real troublemaker, and I was always kicking somebody's ass for him when he was in school. He had a mouth on him. Turn on, I love muscles, and a sense of humor. turn off again with the lying. I cannot stand low morals or lying. The reason I joined YouTube was originally I was just looking for information about weight loss surgery, and then saw all the videos and started making my own. That's exactly why I joined. Fears. I have an inexplainable fear of animals, all of them. Dogs, cats, horses, flies, you name it. I just am. My boss makes fun of me all the time. Somebody will come in with a little teacup dog that they're holding in their hand, and I lock my office door. You know, and they'll make fun of me. I don't care. I know it's irrational. I can't help it. I said to me, it's like a bear. It's like having a grizzly bear walk in the room. I don't care how big it is. I'm also afraid of the water. As I said, I can't swim. So I try not to go in water past my neck. The last thing that made you cry, oh, who knows? I cry all the time. I cry at commercials. Actually, I think the last thing that made me cry was watching Melody Mainville. I can't think of her blog name now, her weight loss surgery name. But I've been watching her videos with her son and her husband, both of her sons and her husband, and cry just about every show. Melody, my heart is with you. My children have never had not even a broken bone, so my heart goes out. The last time you said you loved someone, I just got off the phone with my oldest daughter and told her I loved her. The meaning behind your YouTube name, my name is Deb, RNY, there you go. Last book you read, I'm not really sure. I haven't read a book in a long time, but I'm sure it was a Stephen King book. Just about the only time I read is when I fly. And then you get bored on a plane. And I haven't flown for probably 5 years. I used to read all the Stephen King books, and frankly, I'm way behind on him now. The book you're currently reading, not reading any. Read a lot of quilting magazines, but not really any books. The last show you watched, I was in the middle of watching Minions 2. Yes, I live alone. I was in the middle of watching Minions 2 when my daughter called to find out where my video was. The last person you talked to, again, my daughter. The relationship between you and the person you last texted, that would probably be a group text between me and my 2 quilting friends. Favorite food, oh man, my favorite foods used to be ice cream, potatoes, and bread, and I could live on just those 3 things. Oddly enough, I know I've said this before, I'm not really missing any of those things. What I really want is goldfish. And it's funny because the 2 friends I was just talking about were just telling me the other day that they never heard me say that I wanted goldfish before, so they don't know where this is coming from. Me either, but all of a sudden, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold out. I'm trying to hold out. I know that other people have, they add bread in, they have crackers, I can't. I'm an all or nothing person. I don't know if I mentioned this on a previous video, but I quit smoking cold turkey. I tried to quit drinking Dr. Pepper by slowing down. I couldn't do it. So, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe, I forget now. It's been so long. But I just stopped having Diet Dr. Pepper, and again, I was surprised. That's all I drank for years and years and years. I was surprised at how easy it was to give it up. So I think it would be much easier for me never to have bread, potatoes. I have had a baked potato, but I don't have it in the house. I only eat it when there's no other option. Place you want to visit? I'd really like to go to Australia. I would also like to go see the other side of Niagara Falls. I love the Grand Canyon. When I was in the Marines, I went back and forth across the country several times, and I could stay forever at the Grand Canyon, any time of day, all around the rim. I love the Grand Canyon. It just never looks the same. The light's always different. And I knew I was going to feel the same way about Niagara Falls, and I did. Only I didn't have a passport or whatever the thing is that you need to get across. This was a year or 2 ago. But I would really like to see the Canadian side, or go to Canada. Last place you were, if you mean not home, I went to New Hampshire in April for a quilting convention. Do you have a crush? No. Last time you kissed someone? I'm sure that was my daughter when she was here for my surgery. Last time you were insulted? Oh, let's see, when did I work last? Friday. I'm sure I was insulted on Friday. Insulted constantly. Sometimes in a joking manner. Not always. I just been there for 20 years. I take it with a grain of salt. My favorite flavor of sweet? Chocolate. What instruments do you play? I played the flute for about 5 years. I also can play the piano, but mostly that is like I can read music and I can find the notes, but to really play a song, I have to like practice it and practice it and practice it until I can play it by heart. I can't really read the music and just sit down and play. Favorite piece of jewelry? Don't have a favorite piece of jewelry. Let's count my glasses. Gotta have my glasses. Last sport you played? Wow. I was really good at horseshoes. My father was a horseshoe champion in Virginia before he passed away, and I got to be very good at that around the time I was in the Marine Corps. When I was a kid, I had two of my younger brothers were right behind me, and then we skipped a year, and then there was a sister, and then the other ones were like, one was 12. I was 12 when one was born, and 18 when the youngest one was born. But the three oldest ones that were a year apart, we used to all the time when, like, say I was from when I was young until maybe 9th or 10th grade, we used to play 3-man football, 3-man baseball, 3-man basketball. I played sports all the time. The last song you sang? Oof. I don't know. Happy birthday? Favorite chat-up line? No. Have you ever used it? No. I'm very happily divorced. Let me just say that. Last time you hung out with anyone? Last Sunday. My quilting friends, the 2 friends that I mentioned, once or twice a month, more if we can help it. We get together at one of them's house and we quilt all day and eat and have a blast. Laugh, mostly. And who should answer these questions next? I'm so far behind doing this that I can't even say. But if there's anybody that just had surgery or is getting ready to have surgery and you haven't done this is a good way, I think, to get to know a little bit about a person. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, this is the first time I've had these on. Well, not the shirt you've seen before, but you can see how baggy it is. I'm going to insert the picture from where I was wearing this before. Although there's not really a body shot from me from before, but here's the pants I was also wearing in that picture. You can see there's plenty of room in there. It's quite amazing. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what 75 pounds down will do for you. Yay!